right, since the last wide receiver top 10, there have been over 15 98 to 99 overall wide receivers that have came out in this game. There are obviously going to be still some cards from the last list still on here, but this list is completely different from the last time. And the last time we did it was exactly 2 weeks ago from today. But if you guys enjoy top 10s like this, I do them on every position. I also do gameplays on most of these cards that come out as well. So if you ever want to go look back after the top 10, make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe, man. Let's just jump right into number 10. If you were looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. Number 10, I still do have Amon-Ra on the list. He has fallen a lot for me because it's not because he's bad. It's because there's so many good cards that came out. He actually beat out some very big names for me out here. I think Mike Evans was a card that was really, really good. Also, there was Larry Fitzgerald's brand new LTD. The thing is this late in the year, I know height is really good, but there's tall wide receivers that have good abilities in the game right now. So at the bottom of the list, I'm kind of looking at wide receivers that get good abilities all around, right? Like Mike Evans and Larry Fitz, for example, don't get good abilities. They're just tall. That's all they are. Sun God actually has some value around the field. He has some X factors built in. He also has evasive, as you can see, built in for 0 or jukebox, same thing, basically. I mean, evasive. No one's using the spin cycle anyways, but he does have the jukebox right there. Also, slot apprentice for 0. I think the AKA cards definitely have some value at wide receiver because this is the year of wide receiver abilities being garbage. Everybody just really uses either yak 'em up, jukebox, or maybe route tech if it's built in nowadays late game. Amon-Ra, good abilities. He has the Y2K chem as well to get up to 99 speed very easily. 6'2". He's not tiny. This is a good card, man. Still a top 10 wide receiver. He also gets some of the best animations I've seen all year. This dude possession catches and falls to the ground immediately right in front of KOs all the time. But number 9, it was really hard leaving Michael Irvin off the list, so I felt like I had to include him somewhere. As you know, he's kind of slow. He's 97 speed. He obviously isn't up there. He's the slowest guy on this list. He is 6'2", though. You are getting good height, but as you guys know with Michael Irvin, he's been on the list for a while now. He was the best wide receiver in the game at a point, and if you come all the way over here, he has the best abilities in the game, right? He has jukebox for 0. He has wide receiver apprentice for 0, and he also gets yak 'em up. So not only are you tall, you are also getting great after the catch. You're going to juke people out. You're going to break tackles, and you can also save an apprentice. If you want to go away from your Houndmaster, save AP, Michael Irvin can help you towards that. The only negative keeping him lower on this list, despite having some of the best abilities in the game, statistically, he just doesn't match up the best. But there are some positives. He does get a lot of different team chems. If you come over here, you could kind of help out a little bit, but I don't think I can rank him much better than 9, despite having these amazing abilities. Number 8, we got that brand new LTD Stephon Diggs, and I just looked at the list. I believe this is the most expensive card at the wide receiver position in the entire game, and also obviously on the list. He has 98 speed. I really look at 98 and 99 the same. Like, honestly, if you're 98, you're not going to really notice the biggest difference in the world. I've been using guys that are 98 base anyways in my God Squad too, but he is 6 foot, so same abilities, or basically same build right there as our guy Amon-Ra. The one thing with Diggs though is he has a little bit of an outlier on him that no other card besides one guy on this list that actually just came out yesterday has an ability wise, and it is going to be route tech for 0. So I will say, as you guys know with me, I think route tech is an ability where it's not as good this year because there's really no man players. It's like maybe 2 out of 10 games you run into a man player, opposed to like the last couple Maddens where it'd be like 6 out of 10 games or 5 out of 10 games at least. This year, it's not really there. But when you do run into a man player, it is really annoying. But with Stephon Diggs, you will get this for 0, so you don't even have to worry about it. You can just have it on him all game. If you play a man guy, you play a man guy, and boom, Stephon Diggs will dominate for you. The thing that would have made him absolutely insane, a top 5 wide receiver in the game, is if both of these were 0, right? Like this evasive and also route tech would have been insane, but instead they gave us deep elite, which is a very mid ability, because as you guys know, KOs counter it into the dirt. But Stephon Diggs, I still think with the route tech being 0, he has definite value and probably a top 10 wide receiver no matter how you want to put it. At number 7, I feel like Darius Hayward-Bay is still one of the most popular wide receivers in the game. I play against this card so much. He's probably like a top 3 most popular wide receiver in my online head-to-head matchmaking at least, and there's a good reason for it. He's basically, when you look at our Michael Irvin earlier, he's a buffed version of him, right? He's 98 speed. He is still 6'2" right there, so good height. All of his stats, I know you'll see low 90s right there. For most of you guys, I know most of the people that watch my videos know, as long as it's above 90, it's hitting its threshold. He's going to be completely fine. And also, Darius Hayward-Bay had a 93 overall ghost card that had like awful stats, and he caught everything. So I don't know. I'm starting to believe some of those stats are facades, especially if you have gift wrap built in, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But he does have yak 'em up, and his yak 'em up is also better because it's on all game long after 9 plays. And then when you come over here, he gets, where's it at? The jukebox or the evasive for 0, and you can stack that with either of these. So he only gets 1 0 AP, but you are getting the yak 'em up on all game versus, you know, Irvin's turning on and off, and he also is a speed faster, which we'll take. At number 6, we got that man, Scary Terry. So now we got some 99 base speed wide receivers out here. We are sticking above 6 foot, losing a couple inches right there, which I'm okay with. Like I said, I think as long as you're like 6 foot to 6'2", you get amazing animations. I mentioned it earlier with our guy Amin Ra. The guys that are like I would say even like 5'10", like I would even include Tyreek in there, like 5'9" to 6 foot. I know they're tiny, you can't highball ag with them, but they fall to the ground way faster, and you get around like KO so much more, especially that sliding animation with the possession. You guys know what I'm talking about. But Scary Terry also has broken abilities. You get Yak 'em up, which isn't as good as Darius Hayward base because it turns off and on, but it's still, you know, it's still good. But he also does have amazing abilities. You got Run Off Elite to help the runners as well, and also you got Evasive. The reason why I think this card, like this card is literally made for RPO schemes. You think about it, the Run Off Elite gonna help the RPOs. You got the Evasive, gonna help the RPOs, and then you got Yak 'em up, gonna even multiply the RPO effectiveness. This card is literally the best RPO wide receiver in the game. I don't even think it's close. Now we move into our top 5. I did a video on both of these cards yesterday, the Blur brothers. Jalen Waddle cracking our top 5. He's actually amazing. For some reason, I thought Jalen Waddle was taller as well. He's only 5'10". I swear he was 6'1". I don't know why I did, but still at the end of the day, like I said, I don't really mind it too much as other people do. I swear, like I said, they for sure run routes a little bit better, and I would say they fall to the ground a little bit better, but there are some negatives to them. But as you guys know, with these AKs, they not destroyed them. Destroyed, I guess, in a good way. They gave these guys amazing abilities. You got Yak 'em up. Don't put the red zone threat on it. Put the Yak 'em up right there. Jukebox built in for 0, and then he gets 2 0 APs on top of that, boys. He's going to get wide receiver apprentice and human joystick. So you get 3 0 AP abilities, and you get a 0 AP X Factor. He also does get this chem right here, which can even help his teammates, which is really, really nice. And then also, if you guys know, if you fully power him up, you can get +1 speed to any of your players. Jalen Waddle is insane, dude. This card is absolutely amazing. Had a great time using him yesterday. I might have to add him back when he drops in price. Boys, at number 4, I do got Harold Carmichael, and I want to say I think him and number 3 are very interchangeable on playstyle. I think 1 and 2 are absolutely locked. There's no question. I don't care who you are in the comments. 1 and 2 are locked. It is 100% locked. 3 and 4 depends on playstyle, because you need 3 wide receivers anyways, unless you're running like single back all game. You need 3 wide receivers for most schemes, and I will say it depends on your playstyle. Harold Carmichael, obviously a big body agger out there, 98 speed, 6'8". The thing with Harold, he doesn't get the craziest abilities in the world, which I think is fair, because if he did, he would be absolutely broken. You get matchup nightmare and also mid and elite, which are both very mid-tier. Basically, you have no abilities. That's basically what it is out there. I think matchup nightmare will, like, you know, go crazy once out of like 50 plays, but you basically don't really got abilities on Harold Carmichael. But I will say, being 6'8", being 98 speed, he has a lot of value on high balls over defenders, back of the end zone, corner routes, everything. He's an amazing card, but I think for my personal play, so I'd go with the guy at number 3 over 4. But like I said, very interchangeable. At number 3, I feel like I gotta go with Tyreek Hill. I feel like I know he's 5'9", but like I said, if you've played Madden at all this year, you know how good Tyreek Hill is running his routes, and also how he gets to the ground with his possession catches, which is amazing for how the meta works with the KOs in this game. But Tyreek Hill, there is no golden ticket that can be I mean, this is literally the best wide receiver stack you can get in the game. There is no possible way you can get a better stack on a wide receiver. I think this is what golden tickets should look like, and if they don't, Tyreek Hill is going to be a top 5 wide receiver probably the rest of the year. Because if you look at his abilities, boys, Yak 'em up, best X Factor, right? He has route tech, which we showed you with Diggs earlier, for 0. So you are breaking tackles, you're destroying man coverage, and you don't got to spend any AP on it. And then he gets 2 other 0 APs on top of that. Human joystick and also jukebox. I mean, he does it. You can't get better abilities. There's literally no such thing as better abilities besides maybe wide receiver apprentice, but most people have Power Master anyways. There's literally no better abilities in the game. Tyreek Hill, I mean, this dude's insane. You could argue him being like maybe, I don't know. I think 1 and 2 are definitely locked, but I can't leave Tyreek Hill at the top 3 of those abilities, man. I just can't do it. At number 2, we got Randy Moss. I love this card. I think everybody does. He's another one of those guys where I would say, kind of like Darius Hayward Bay earlier in this list, where I feel like I play against this card every other game. Seems like everybody loves Randy or has him from their free ultimate legend token, and he's also a top 3 receiver in the game, so it makes sense. He is 6'4", 99 speed. The one thing with these cards, though, is they don't, I mean, technically they don't get a, what is it called, X Factors. They gave him one. I will say Moss UL is a really very bad X Factor in this game. As you guys know, you gotta get 2 20-yard catches, and you have to throw the ball 55 yards down the field. It's not good. Trust me, it's not good. I've tried to make it good. It's not worth it. But the thing with him, He gets 0 AP jukebox, boys. 0 AP jukebox on a 6'4", 99 speed receiver. That's all you really got to care about. And then he also gets wide receiver apprentice for 0. Randy Moss is insane. I think no matter what, I think the 1 and 2 are locked. I really do. I think 3 and 4 interchangeable, but 1 and 2 are absolutely locked. And then at number 1, you guys knew who it was going to be, man. The ultimate legend, Calvin Johnson. We just did a gameplay on this card. He is insane. He's 99 in every single stat besides catching and medium route running. Like I said, I know the difference between 98 and 99 is literally nothing in Madden because it works off thresholds. But, you know, it's still cool to see. I know a lot of new Madden players don't think the stats matter, so it's even cool for them to see as well. I mean, we got 6'5" with 99 everything. He's literally a golden ticket on paper. But when we come over here, he also does get red zone threat built in. No X factor, like I said, which does, you know, suck, but you are getting 0 AP red zone threat. Jukebox, they gave him jukebox as well, boys. And then you can run either, I think it's deep elite. Yeah, okay, deep elite's only 0. For some reason, I thought, no, third down threat is 0. But I'd probably run deep elite. They both are kind of garbage, but I don't know. You could run route tech for 1 if you really wanted to, but I think jukebox and red zone threat on a 6'5", 99 speed receiver already is broken. Calvin Johnson, man, this card, amazing. I mean, this is a very, very good end game Calvin card. Probably going to be on people's teams the rest of the year. All right, boys, let me know, what would you change in this list? Are you going Tyreek Hill or Carmichael at number 3 as well? I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on that. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. We got some gameplays coming on weekly wild cards. We got the rookie cards coming. We're going to have a lot of night videos on Thursday as well. I hope to see you guys there. Peace out, boys.